Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Driven Cars back here again with another video. Again, we're here with the TL. She's looking pretty as always. But anyways, guys, today in this video, we're gonna go over why this car is the #1 car that you guys should look into if you guys are looking to buy a car, if you're a teenager especially, and under 10K. So this car, you could find them used all day under 10K. And I'm gonna tell you guys exactly why this car is the best purchase you could make at under 10K if you're looking for a car. Alright, so we could get straight into the video. Alright, so this is the first thing that I believe makes this car a little different from other Hondas. And so it's here under the hood, so let me pop the hood and show you guys. Alright, so under the hood of this Acura TL, you have a 3.5 liter V6. Mine's getting a little messed up and dirty, but anyways, you have a 3.5 liter V6. So it's not like any other Honda, which is usually you'll see the K series Hondas and you'll see the 4 cylinders, but this is actually a 6 cylinder. And so like I said, it's not like most typical Hondas. This one is a 6, so there are pros and cons with that, but that's not what this video is about. This car is fast enough. It's not fast, I'm not going to say it's fast, but it's fast enough for most of you guys who are looking to get this car. And so it's not the regular i4 that comes with the Hondas usually, and this one sounds a lot different as well. You'll still have, typical Honda sounds, but it's not the Civic sounds that you'll usually expect when you see 3 a.m. Civic flying down your residential street when everybody's sleeping. Alright, so while I'm here talking about the engine and drivetrain of this car, I'm also going to get into the transmission. And so the transmission is a LSD transmission if you opt in for the manual version of this car. So only the manuals have a limited slip diff for the transmission. So that's also a cool feature. You don't usually see that in these cheaper sports cars, I guess. But yeah, this one does come with the LSD. So that's another thing, and so that definitely brings the front wheel drive of this car to life. Alright, so since we're still here, let's also go over the upgrade potential of this car. And so the upgrade potential is not too drastic, but for most things around this price range, you are definitely going to have a good amount of upgrade potential. And since there aren't too many things, this car is definitely a good starting platform to get you into learning how to make your own parts for things. So for example, I have some aero things here. Obviously they're not really functional, but I have some aero like that I installed back here, for example, that I made myself kind of in a way. And it's also a great starting platform if you guys want to figure out what kind of cars you guys are into. So for me, I don't even know what you would call this kind of build that I went for, but I'm on big chrome wheels and blacked out, so kind of VIP plus a little bit of whatever, I don't even know, whatever you guys want to call it. But anyways, yeah, so you guys could go into and venture into a lot of other things if you would like. Alright, so speaking about going into other things and learning new things, this car is a great learner's platform. As a Honda, it's going to be generally easier to work on than most other cars. Like, for example, BMWs, they're definitely a lot more tricky to work on. I don't know if you guys have ever worked on any BMWs, but they're a lot trickier to work on than these Hondas. This one especially is a good starter platform. You have a V6, so it's a little bit more complex than a 4-cylinder that you would typically have. So this one's a great starter platform if you guys want to start learning mechanical things and start doing mechanical jobs on your car by yourself and not having to bring it to the shop every time. And so yeah. Alright, so another thing is that this car is definitely not slow. With this, you're gonna beat, I would say, 75% of cars on the road. Obviously I mean traffic cars, but we're talking about a under $10,000 car that's still luxurious and still looks good for its age. A lot of other cars, you could have a fast car, but you also lose out on a lot of things like reliability. You might lose out on luxury features on the car. I do have a whole video dedicated to all the luxury features and all the features, I guess, on this car. So you guys could check that out on my page if you guys wanted to go more in depth about that. But yeah, this car definitely has a lot of luxury features, and like I said, you're gonna beat 80 or 75% of the cars on the road. You're gonna beat with this car, and if you guys are looking for something like that, then this is the perfect thing for you. All right, so as I was just mentioning, you know, a lot of these cars that you see today, if they are fast, you're gonna have to miss out on some other things. But that's not the case with this one at all. So, you know, you've got a car that is definitely not slow at all, but you've also got a luxury car. All right, so now venturing off from that point that I just mentioned, you could really switch this car between how you want it to feel. And so you could really go between you wanting it to be a sportier feeling car or a luxury car just by the way you drive. So I'm not saying that there's any drive modes or anything, because there actually are no drive modes in this car, but just by the way you drive, you know, you could choose to drive it aggressively and it'll be able to handle it, or you could just drive it smoothly and it'll still be able to handle it, and it'll feel like it couldn't be aggressive in the first place. So that's another thing that I really love about this car. You could really choose how you want it to react to you. But like I said, I'm not going to go too deep into it. But there are a lot of luxury features on this. First of all, if you guys do get the Type S, like I'm really talking about in this video, I'm mainly talking about the Type S. You guys are going to have the Type-S embroidered into the seat covers right here in these two front ones. You're going to have some Type-S badging around. So you're going to have some more Type-S badging like right here. This is obviously a custom wheel, but the Type-S badge is still on the main... It's still on the OEM wheel as well if you have the Type S model, of course. And, you know, a few other things you get with the Type S. I can't say them right now off the top of my head, but definitely some other things. All right, so another thing with the Type S that you get is you get the red everywhere. So you have the red right there. You have the red, and so you have the red right here as well with all that. You have this red, like I mentioned. That, and you also have, if you guys didn't know, the Type S, also the base model as well, comes with some little foot lighting over here. On the base model, that's blue, and on the Type S, that's actually red. Alright, so back here on the interior, one other thing that not everybody knows is these paddle shifters right here. The Type S comes with these paddle shifters, and they're really fun, and having these is definitely really fun. Some extensions would help. You know, it is a full-fledged paddle shifter. As you guys can see, it's not just like a little thing up there. It's not just a little thing, a little button like some other cars have. This one's a full-fledged paddle shifter. And some extensions would definitely make this look a little bit nicer, but this is still fine. You could definitely have some fun with these, and it's a luxury feature that not a lot of cars have, but this one does have it. All right, so another thing is that, you know, this car just looks good. I mean, either way, whatever way you look at it, I mean, this car is just always going to look good. So obviously this is the Type S, but doesn't really make too much of a difference when it comes to the looks. You do have the ability to put this spoiler right here that I have here on the Type S. So you can do some modifications and it'll still fit on the base model bumper. There's plenty of videos out there on how to do that. But other than that, I mean, take a look around the car and you can't tell me that this thing has not maintained its age very well. So I mean, my car obviously has some imperfections and stuff like that, but it's still a very good looking car. I mean, especially like I said, for its age, you can make this car look amazing. So one other thing that, you know, a lot of you guys might be looking for when you're buying this car, you want to know how it sounds. This car sounds amazing. Holy shit, what the fuck? Bro. Fuck, man, that just ruined my mood. Alright, anyways, this car sounds amazing. You guys can't really hear it right now, but as I said, it does sound very good. But all those things that I just mentioned, you know, the stylish looks, the great reliability, they're the reasons that this car has been the second best-selling car behind the 3 Series for a few years now. You know, pretty much all the production years of this car, it has been the second highest selling or most selling vehicle after the BMW 3 Series, and that's a big jump, you know, being behind the 3 Series in most selling cars. You know, you don't see that every day. So something like this being behind that, you know that it's a good car. And all right guys, so with all that being said, this car you could find on the marketplace for, you know, somewhere under 10,000. There are some selling for above 10,000, 12, 11 maybe, something like that. So like I was saying, under 10,000 is definitely a good price range that you guys could find these. Other than that, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did making it. And I'll see you guys next video, next Wednesday. Every Wednesday, new video, except last one I missed it, if anybody noticed. But either way, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.